the Chancellor's procession. We have the Mount Kenya University band reading. Kindly be upstanding for the Chancellor's procession. Mount Kenya University Brass Band leading the procession. Thank you very much.
Yes. The Chancellor's procession is led by the MKU band. We have two student representatives, the mace bearer, members of the academic staffs, heads of departments, program registrars, directors, librarians, dean of schools, registrar academics affairs, deputy vice chancellor.
Praise and glory to Allah, the Most High, full of grace and mercy. May the benedictions and peace of Allah be on his messenger, his family, companions, and those that follow his guidance. Almighty Allah, we thank you for enabling us to gather for this 12th graduation ceremony of Mount Kenya University. O Allah, shower this gathering with patience and unlimited blessings. Allah, we pray for our graduates as they get their awards in respective disciplines. Give them success as they open a new window in their lives. Give them wisdom, great honor, and achievement as they venture into various deployments. Bless them in this day as they celebrate their great contribution to this achievement. We thank you for Mount Kenya University, the entire leadership of the university, staff, and students. We pray for peace and tranquility in our nation as we head for elections in the coming month. We thank you once again, Allah, thee do we worship and thee aid we seek. Show us the straight way and the way of those whom thou hast bestowed their grace, those whose portion is not wrath and who go no astray. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqima, sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Amin, amin, amin.
May we take our seats.
Welcome to our 12th graduation ceremony, the role of ethics and values in sustainable socio-economic development announcement. Our marketing team is inviting you to their tent to buy our branded t-shirts. They are at my extreme right. Then we are reminding the graduates that you have until 21st of July to return the gowns. Failure to that, you know the consequences. I'm also announcing the washrooms. They are on my extreme right. Please use them. And the guests in the dais, your washrooms are just right behind you. I now invite my co-MC to usher in the entertainers, Madam Ruth.
Madam Chancellor, the Deputy President, the University Council, Chairman, Board of Directors, the guest speaker, Vice Chancellor, all protocol observed. I wish to present to you Zawadi Kayo to present a poem on peace. Zawadi is 5-year-old, a commercial model, a peace ambassador, working with the NCIC. She was the Little Miss Kenya 2016, and she has featured in forums dealing with cancer. She's a cancer soldier, maternal mortality, domestic violence, and environmental conservation. Welcome, Zawadi.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. How are you? The people who are graduating, they are not happy. Can I hear some happy graduation? Are you ready for my performance? I can't hear some noise. And those who are behind, can you see me or you can't? You can't see me? And then stand up. Okay, are you ready for my performance? I can't hear some noise. Okay, here I go. My name is Zawadi Kayo. I'm 5 years old. I want to tell you a poem. What's in a name? Thank you. Everybody has a name. Some are short, like Joe. Some are long, like Mugenda cherry. Some are single, like Jesus. Some are double, like me, guna. Achieng, Ndungu, Kiprono, Patel, Mweni, Mama, Kayo, name it. We all have different names. No name is wrong. Zule zoyembe zitawedu. Zule zoyembe zitawedu. Zule zoyembe zitawedu. Nawasiza. 5 years before I was born, Mama says Kenya was burning. 5 years before I was born, I am told our people were fighting that elections brought us shame, that we fought because of our names. 5 years after my birth, Mama says there will be elections. 5 years after my birth, Zawadi prays that you will save this nation, that she will not need coffee and naan, that we will love all names and fight none, because elections come and go, but our names are here to stay. Do not fight or kill each other because of their names, for we are all Kenyans and created in the image of God. Do you like your name? My name is Zawadi Kayo, and I love my name. Yes, you. What is your name? Do you want to be your name like me? I am Zawadi, a special gift to humanity, and I love my name. Won't you tell you your name, please? Thank you.
Thank you, Zawadi. That's little Kofi Annan speaking, and the message is home. Next is the Brand Kenya presentation by Mount Kenya University students.
Yap. Nakamba tumukulia kwa tei na ndaya mwaka usu twakwata twiliwe no twakwani wa mugo na tuyena na tasiana cia nyinyomwe ai hoka mama
Birokod miel birokod miel
Ajokolo birokod miel adumla
miel tawakelo
miela dodo miel donge mit miela
atoki viki manyamwalo here Dogroko kelo donge waneno e Kenya marwa Miyo wamor Kenya wamor wamor Kenya wamor wamor Kenya wamor wamor Kenya wamor Miyo wamor Kenya wamor wamor Kenya wamor
Sikutia huma hango sikutia huma hango
Sikutia huma hango sikutia huma
hango sikutia huma hango baluya banje lembe baluya banje lembe baluya banje
hey mama tango hey mama tango
lembe baluya banje lembe baluya banje
hey mama tango hey mama tango
yani ngotumi yani golene
yani asa
yani gongoiwe yani golewe
yani asa
yani chebioso yani golene
yani asa
yani gongoiwe yani golene
yani asa
bari baba bakane
Kenya ni moja. Vijana tumeamua. Mwapoko, kahora. Elihende ndigera niye na keara no makinya mere na kuna. Jera wenga kere okwenda gukira udore manyira. Jera wenga kere okwenda gukira udore manyira. Mwapoko. Kenya ni moja, vijana tumeamua. Graduates, congratulations. Kenya nebwe. Hamwe. Kahora. Oneho. Aya. Sutu. The Proud Kenya group celebrating our unity, diversity. The Proud Kenyans, thank you very much for that celebration. A round of applause for those two groups. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for celebrating our unity. We will have further entertainment immediately after the graduation ceremony. Kindly remain behind. We have lots of entertainment for you. I now take this opportunity to invite Professor Kerosi, the DVC Administration, Planning and Institutional Advancement. Welcome, Prof.
Madam Chancellor, it's my privilege now to invite the Vice Chancellor, Mount Kenya University, Professor Stanley Waudo, to address this congregation.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Honorable William Ruto, Honorable Waititu, MP Kapete Constituency, Honorable Nganga, MP Thika Constituency, our chief guest, Professor Oliver Mugenda, our Chancellor, Professor Victoria, the Chairman, Board of Directors, and the founder of Mount Kenya University, Professor Simon Kicharo, and members of the Board of Directors, Professor Serem, the Chairman, University Council, and members of the Council, members from all corners of the world, allow me to simply welcome all of you to this congregation. I know you are there. Please feel my welcome. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to this congregation. May I take this opportunity to thank all our distinguished guests for accepting our invitation to participate in this auspicious occasion as we celebrate the culmination of hard work by our graduates. The graduates, congratulations on qualifying for confinement of various degrees and award of various diplomas and certificates. Madam Chancellor, today we celebrate the academic achievements of 6,603 graduates. The graduates fulfilled all the academic program requirements for conferment of various degrees and award of diplomas and certificates as follows: 5 Doctor of Philosophy degrees, 253 master's degrees, 73 postgraduate diplomas, 4,157 bachelor's degrees, 1,641 diplomas, and 474 certificates. Madam Chancellor, the chief guest, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that academic resources are among the critical requirements for offering quality education and training. To this end, I'm pleased to report that Mount Kenya University has adequate academic resources that enable it to meet its training needs. The academic resources are a result of effective assembly and a consultation of the resources guided by the proper interpretation of the university strategic plan. The 10 objectives of the strategic plan are as follows: to improve the quality of teaching and learning, to increase capacity for research and innovation, to provide adequate infrastructure to support teaching, learning, and research, to improve student welfare, to enhance community outreach services, to mobilize resources and build sustainable funding base for the university, to strengthen institutional capacity to deliver the university mandate to enhance human resource attraction and retention and to promote corporate governance. Your Excellency, Deputy President, Madam Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, Mount Kenya University has put in place effective quality assurance control mechanisms. Together with academic resources, the university has been able to create gateways for developing competitive advantages necessary for sustainable growth of the university. On behalf of the university management, I thank the university staff who get their work done without passing the buck or creating excuses and making it possible for the university to develop the various competitive advantages. Madam Chancellor, the primary reason the universities worldwide exist is to contribute to the development and prosperity of the society. This mandate is a responsibility of scholars who the society views as the ultimate generator of knowledge that addresses societal challenges. In this regard, at Mount Kenya University, we make deliberate efforts to generate knowledge and participate in community outreach programs. Madam Chancellor, the university has endeavored to fill the gap between academia and the community needs by initiating programs in collaboration with partners that impact directly to the welfare of the society. A case in point is the recent International Peace Conference that provided a forum to deliberate on how to promote peace in the society. One of the key outcomes of the conference was the launch of the African Consortium for Peace, a multi-institutional platform that will carry forward peace initiatives in Africa. We welcome individuals and organizations to join this consortium. Madam Chancellor, Mount Kenya University faculty members are actively participating in research that focuses on community health issues, among others. For example, one of our faculty members, Francis Makoha, is involved in an international consortium that's undertaking a cancer project that's being conducted in 5 continents. This project is funded by the Cancer Research in UK. The university also hosts the Christian Scientific Association of Kenya. This is an association that seeks to build synergies between academia and religion in Kenya. The association recently organized a public debate on the role of Christians in politics that attracted over 1,000 participants. Ladies and gentlemen, in the area of innovation, the university has continued to support young innovators. Recently, the university, through the Directorate of Research, Grants and Empowerment, announced an Innovation Challenge 2017 grant to support emerging students and staff innovators. In May 2017, a member staff, Donatas Njoroke, was one of the winners in recently concluded East African Post-Harvest Technologies Competition, a competition sponsored by the Interregional Economic Network in conjunction with USDA. Additionally, Mount Kenya is participating in a 5-year maternal newborn health program, which was initiated by the United Kingdom Department of International Development. In partnership with the Foundation African Trust and the Count of Bungoma Ministry of Health, the following 7 activities are being undertaken in the Count of Bungoma: setting up a neonatal special care unit in 7 sub-hospitals, upgrading neonatal care units in Bungoma and Webuye County referral hospitals, training of 72 nurses and 18 clinicians working in targeted hospitals on diagnosis and management of common newborn problems, establishing a telehealth platform to facilitate effective diagnosis and management of various neonatal conditions and complications, updating clinical guidelines and disseminating to healthcare providers, establishing a call center for early detection of neonatal problems, and lastly, sensitizing the community on availability and utilization of newborn services. Madam Chancellor, it's my honor to inform you that Mount Kenya University, in its endeavor to enhance its services, has managed to put up a 12-story building dedicated to the alumni of Mount Kenya University. I missed out my speech, but I can summarize. I want to summarize by concluding by saying that to the graduates, I want to wish you well. Like someone said, You must pursue your dreams. You must actualize your dreams because the world is waiting for you out there. I want to wish you all the best, and thank you so much. In the interest of time, at this juncture, allow me to take this honor and privilege to say one or two things and invite His Excellency, the Deputy President, just to say hi and make a few remarks and allow him to leave. Your Excellency, I do remember that you visited Mount Kenya University. At that time, we were using what we call the letter of interim authority. I do remember that time the Deputy President was the Minister for Education, Science, and Technology. And he did encourage us to develop enough resources to qualify for the award of the University Charter. I want to announce that we did, and on 28th January 2011, the third president, His Excellency Honorable Kibaki, awarded Mount Kenya University Charter. Thank you so much. I want then to invite the chairman, Professor Gicharu, to come, make a few remarks, and invite the Deputy Vice President.
No. His Excellency, the Deputy President, our guest speaker, Professor Olive Mugenda, the Chancellor, members of the University Board of Directors, the University Council, the Senate, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I have requested His Excellency, the Deputy President, to allow me to change the protocol a little bit by requesting Professor Olive Mugenda to come before he speaks. But before I invite Professor Olive Mugenda to come, allow me to say one or two things. His Excellency, the Deputy President, I want to sincerely thank you this morning for agreeing to open for us the alumni building that has costed the Board of Directors over Kenya shillings 1 billion. That is a clear demonstration that this university will continue doing what it ought to be doing. And at this juncture, I want to say that the government of Kenya, through the reforms that the Deputy President you started when you are our Minister for Higher Education, have started bearing fruits, because I remember you asked, how comes that students sponsored by the government cannot be admitted to private universities? And I want to tell you, to inform you, His Excellency Deputy President, that this year and last year we have received over 3,000 students who are sponsored by the government. I want to assure you that we will continue developing ultra-modern infrastructures like the ones you have seen, and we are going to give our public universities a run for their money because we are going to be very competitive. Your Excellency, Deputy President, allow me to do the last bit, and the last bit is that I remember sometimes when you were in Kenyatta University and you were a student at the University of Nairobi, I used to see you in Kenyatta University, and when you used to come, ulichomoka na kitu moja. In politics, Deputy President tells us that ni kujipanga. Yeye alijipanga na akachomoka na his better half. Who is Rachel? His Excellency, Madam Rachel. Na mimi Wakati huo sikukaa tu namna hiyo, hata mimi nilijipanga na nikachomoka na kitu yangu. Nikachomoka na kitu yangu, na hiyo kitu yangu ndiye imefanya this university be the way it is and making you afford to smile here. And it would be a disservice for me not to invite my better half, yule nilichomoka naye kutoka Kenyatta University, akuja amsalimie, sivyo? Asante sana.
Thank you very much, Prof. I just want to say we are honored to have the Vice President of the Republic of Kenya, our distinguished guests. Nilichomoka na yeye, and I've never regretted. And when he starts here, I'm well represented. Thank you.
Now, we were taught by none other than our guest speaker, and guest speaker was our professor during that time at Kenyatta University, and she taught me, my wife, and also the deputy president's wife at Kenyatta University. And when we were looking for a guest speaker, we could not get any other better one than Professor Olive Mugenda to come and tell you whether we were good students. Thank you. Professor Olive Mugenda, come.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Honorable Waitito, Honorable Nganga, and Honorable Mary, the Chancellor, Mount Kenya University, the founder of this university, Professor Isharu, members of the Council, Chairman of the University Council, Professor Serem, Your Excellencies, Vice Chancellor, Professor Waudo, and all those guests invited, Senate, graduates, good morning. Let me start by confirming that KU has good products, like Her Excellency Rachel Ruto, Mrs. Geshero, and many others. So I want to confirm that we had good products. I would like to thank the Vice Chancellor, Professor Waudo, and the entire leadership of Mount Kenya University for inviting me to this function. I'm honored to be invited here today. I'm particularly happy to be here because of a few reasons. Number one, I want to say that this is the first graduation ceremony I'm attending since I left Kenyatta University. So thank you, Professor Waudo, for giving me the chance to be among scholars once again. The second reason why I'm here, happy to be here, is that I have a lot of respect for the founder of this university, who is a KU alumni, and who is my friend and also a great leader. I've always in the words of Roosevelt, who said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." I hope that as you graduate today, you will learn to pursue your dreams and have a clear vision by learning from this experience, from your leader, and from other great leaders. You remember the great preacher that passed on, cautioned us, that was Monroe, who said that the tragedy in life is not death, it is a life without a vision. So for all those graduating today, as I've explained, Professor Gishalo Adai and many other leaders developed our visions to build effective institutions. When we were students, we pursued our vision and with passion. What is your vision today as you graduate? What are your aspirations for yourselves, for your family, for your institutions, for your country? What will you say about your vision 20 years from today? What dream are you going to pursue? Or are you going through life without a vision? Coming back to our topic of today, the role of ethics and values in sustainable economic development, the theme of this graduation is very, very timely. It's not only topical, but relevant to individuals, institutions, and economies. In my brief remarks, I will focus on the role of ethics and values on societal transformation. As we are aware, most countries, especially Africa, we are aspiring to transform socio-economically. We have heard this from the government, trying to transform Kenya. For us in Kenya, Vision 2030 is our national long-term development policy that aims to transform Kenya into a newly industrialized middle-income country. And we have heard, even in this campaign period, the government is on course to achieve this. Achieving the targets in Kenya Vision 2030 should be anchored on a strong ethical and value-based foundation and leadership for it to succeed. For a country to transform, the institutions within the country, including universities, must also transform. For Mount Kenya University to achieve its 10-year strategic plan, its systems, operations, structures must be anchored on strong ethical principles and value systems. So I wish to thank those who selected this topic. I think it's very, very important. And ethical principles and value-based leadership have been prioritized nationally and internationally as key elements in promoting and strengthening good governance. For universities, Madam Chancellor, the importance of ethics and value-based principles are key because universities graduate people like you today who will serve in many different capacities in society and play a key role in decisions and actions that are taken in those institutions. Our very own Kenyan Constitution speaks about the importance of respect for values and ethical principles, including integrity. Beyond the Constitution, the government has instituted strong structures to integrate national values and principles of governance into national, county, and sectoral policies. And I'm happy that our Deputy President is here to confirm this good job being done by the government. But there's a challenge. Some of the socio-economic challenges globally witnessed today can be attributed to weak ethical principles and values, where there are no strong values. Corruption, for example, undermines development in many different ways. In such cases, systems become dysfunctional, the quality of services is affected, roads are broken, peace and security are compromised, and economy disrupted, and we want to get away from this. This is why we need to celebrate when we see effective leaders and institutions trying to make a difference like we are witnessing today. I believe if we start the transformation at individual and institutional levels, we will have desired impact at country level. This brings me to the next point about the role of universities and say that universities are important catalysts of socio-economic development and transformation through multiple and overlapping interactions across society. Today, more than ever before, universities are required to train students to be job and wealth creators. Among other requirements, universities must help students in acquiring soft skills such as leadership, effective communication, integrity, honesty, and excellence. In fact, such values should be passed on from home through primary and secondary, then universities. And Your Excellency, I wish we could go back to the civic courses that we had earlier on, where our children learned these values. The universities have a big role to play in instilling these attributes. The employer of today, and we have many employers here, the employer of today now looks beyond the degree. They look for other discriminating traits, especially the soft skills, including attitude, positive attitude is everything. The stakeholders, especially the lecturers and professors, must be great role models to their students through the way they carry themselves, not only as scholars and professionals, but also as citizens who are ethical and hold high values. As a university, values and ethical principles can be imparted through initiatives, and some of these initiatives are already being held in this university. But I would like to say this, that opportunities to impact values and ethical behavior can also be through the institution's culture, or what I'm calling the institutional DNA. In science, DNA is that substance that makes human bodies unique. Institutional DNA is what makes particular institution unique. The university DNA will define what the university is known for. So MKU must define your DNA. What makes you unique? What makes you stand out? What are these values that you can defend at any cost? Some differentiating traits include policies, structures, and many others. So my challenge today to MKU is define that DNA. I'm sure you have it. It needs to be defined, and it needs to be stressed through the students and through the staff. At individual levels, as I try to end my speech here, we have a major responsibility in enhancing ethical principles. The university, as I said, lays down the rules and principles and defines their DNA, and as I said earlier. But as students and parents and all leaders, we have responsibilities to practice and hold values wherever we are. I would like to maybe challenge the VC to actually consider, I've been thinking about this, maybe consider ethics and value compliance office to make this happen. For professors and university teaching and non-teaching staff who are role models to our students, how many of us mentor students through our work, our deeds, and our interactions and the values we hold? In some countries, and to some extent our country, some students choose universities based on renowned professors and teachers that they associate with certain universities. So my challenge to my colleagues is to ensure that you do what you do so well that students will want to come here because you work here and your name and works are known. We can only do this, but not just being good scholars, but also upholding high values. Let me introduce one principle that I like as I conclude. And this is the principle of dealing with crucibles of life. The concept of crucibles of life came from Robert Thomas, a leadership expert. Crucibles are situations of severe trial in which elements interact, leading to the creation of something new. It's about the difficult, and in some cases, career and life-threatening events that people go through. Some people often wonder why others always excel in leadership, while others stumble and give up. The answer is in the crucibles of life. For example, how a person deals with adversity makes a big difference. The Harvard Business School has documented through research that one of the most reliable indicators and predictors of true leadership is an individual's ability to find meaning in negative events and to learn from even the most trying circumstances. I'm sure some of you are familiar with the life of Lincoln. Let me just take 1 minute and describe this so that by the time you leave this graduation square, you feel encouraged. In 1931, Your Excellency, this person called Abraham Lincoln, he began his own business and it failed. How many of us start big projects and they fail, then we give up? In 1932, he ran for Illinois State Registrar and lost. How many students vie for student leadership and positions that they give up? In 1833, he went back into business and it ended up in bankruptcy. In 1835, he got engaged to his fiancée who died before the wedding. In 1836, he suffered a nervous breakdown and remained bedridden for 6 months. In 1843, he ran for US Congress and lost. In 1854, he ran for US Senate and lost. But in 1860, he ran for US President and won. The message here is that you cannot give up, and this applies to you as you graduate today, to our politicians, and to all of us, that you can't give up as you go through this life. That's a great lesson today. If your crucible is not has not come, most likely it will come. And when you do, remember to turn that situation into a trigger for better things. So as I conclude, Madam Chancellor, let me advise graduating class of 2017 that this graduation releases you from one competitive world of academia into another, equally competitive world of work. You need to allow life's numerous and inevitable obstacles to impede your progress. Use your challenges that come your way to re-engineer yourself. Don't rely on people to help you navigate through life. Believe in yourself and seek God's intervention, not people. I don't mean to say that people are not, and networks are not important, but you must take charge of your own destiny. Have confidence in your abilities as the university has given you the required skills. Identify values and ethical principles that will guide you to your work. The country is looking up to you as the driving force that will steer growth and development. You are being sent out today to be ambassadors of ethical leadership and values. Make use of opportunities presented to you, and if none is availed, create them yourselves, because you have been taught to be innovative. Be good ambassadors of your great alma mater, this university, through your behavior, determination, and most importantly, through upholding strong values and ethics. I wish each one of you good health, good luck, God's guidance in whatever you plan to do now and in the future. And as I add, God bless Mount Kenya University. God bless our country. I wish Your Excellency, Deputy President, all the best in your campaigns, and God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Professor Olive Mugenda, for your great speech. Let's appreciate her with a good applause. It is my singular honor to invite His Excellency, the Deputy President, Honorable William Ruto. I don't need to introduce the Deputy President in any other way. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Asante sana, Professor Gisharu. In 1990, March 1990, I attended my first graduation at the University of Nairobi. And I remember the feeling that I had on that day. And I know many of you today are attending either your first or second graduation. And I'm acutely clear as to how important this day is to many of you graduates here. I will not say many things because I do not have any intention whatsoever of doing anything that might jeopardize this very important day for many of us seated here. It is true that in the baby steps of Mount Kenya University, I held their hand when I was Minister for Higher Education at some point. And I'm very proud this morning when I got the opportunity to open the ultra-modern building here to see how much this university has grown and achieved. And I want to say congratulations, Mount Kenya University. You've done so well in such a short span of time. I'm also told that there are 37,000 plus students across the country that learn in this great university, and 1,500 staff members. And I want to say to all of you, the government of Kenya is a great partner to higher learning in our country. We value And we want to work with our institutions of higher learning because they contribute in sharpening our human capital and making it much more ready to participate in the development of our country. Kenya is credited with the best in our region, human capital, and that best is attributed to the work that is carried out by our institutions, right from our schools through to our colleges and now to our universities. As a partner in education, you are aware that in the last 2-3 years, we have engaged ourselves in the review of the curriculum of our education system to align it with the requirements of where we want to go as a country. And I want to single out the participation of our institutions of higher learning in shaping our curriculum so that it responds to the requirements of industry and to the vision that we collectively have as a country of taking Kenya to the future. And because of that, we've had discussions as education stakeholders and government. And I want to say I'm very happy that the thoughts we had, that there is absolutely no reason why students learning in private universities should not access government support in terms of education loans. From last year, as has been confirmed by Mount Kenya University, now Higher Education Loans Board program that is sponsored by the government is available to students both learning in government institutions and in private universities as well. And we will continue that program from next year. We are programmed to double the allocation that is given to Higher Education Loans Board from 7.5 billion shillings every year to 15 billion shillings every year, so that we can reach more and more students, both in public and in private universities. As you're also aware, because of the need to develop our human capital at the middle-level college level, last year we made available 500 million Kenya shillings as student loans for students in diploma, technical training, and other middle-level colleges, including KMTC, so that we can encourage enrollment and make it possible for more of our students to attend classes and to support the education of the Kenyan children in those universities, in those colleges, sorry. I also want to say that it is true that we've had challenges with the recovery of monies that have been given as loans to students. And some of the time, we've had situations where students or graduates have been referred to credit bureaus because of non-payment. We have since given direction to the Ministry of Education that every student should be given a 2-year grace period for them to start repayment of loans given to them for education, to give them opportunity to look for jobs, to give them opportunity to prepare themselves, so that especially those who don't get employment immediately, this program now has been extended so that we have a 2-year grace period for students to prepare themselves to repay, so that we can give loans to other students who are coming online. Let me also say, while here, that We have an elaborate program. We are working with the stakeholders in our universities, our technical training colleges, and the entire education fraternity, because we know for sure that the single most important resource that we have as the people of Kenya is a very well-developed human capital. And we want to deploy that human capital to advantage our country and take us into the future. To add on the programs that we have, you heard us announce that aside from the curriculum review that will help us align our education and training to be in line with the requirements of the job market and the requirements of our vision for moving the country into the future. And because the area that will give us the most jobs is industrialization, we have prepared the country with the construction of the SGR, with 7,000 kilometers of road being constructed around the country, with the distribution of electricity now to almost 6.2 million households, and with the construction of a myriad of technical training colleges around the country. This country is now ready for industrialization, for agro-processing, for manufacturing, for value addition. And this afternoon, we will be launching the first ever special economic zone that will take the country now into the industrialization phase, where we believe we can create more jobs for our young people, add value to everything we grow in our country, so that we create wealth as we create more jobs for our young people. I am saying this because we have graduates here, and they need to know from here, where do you go from here? I want to tell you that as the government of Kenya, we have now prepared ourselves, and we will be spending close to 15 billion shillings every year to make sure that everybody who graduates, like those who are graduating today, will have a 12-month or 18-month internship program paid for by the government of Kenya, so that whatever you have learned in class, the government of Kenya will give you the opportunity to practice it in reality, so that you're better prepared, you get the necessary experience of what you learned in class, so that you can practice it in the job market, or you can leverage it to create jobs yourselves. So as you step out to Mount Kenya University, know that the government of Kenya is going to hold your hand going into the future. I know in the past, some students have been forced to pay for internship. Very many students have found it very difficult to get internships. And either you pay to get the internship, or you carry out internship for a year, 2 years, without any pay. We have discussed with industry. We've had sessions with KEPSA. We have discussed with Kenya Association of Manufacturers, and we have agreed that industry is going to partner with government and public and private universities, technical training colleges, and polytechnics to facilitate a 1 or 1.5 year internship program that will enable all our young people graduating from university, from polytechnics, from technical training colleges, to go through an internship program that prepares them for the job market, that prepares them for our industry, that prepares them to work in whatever field that they have learned or prepared themselves for while in college. I also want to add on to that whole industrialization program and internship program that we need to leverage technology, leverage the digital platform that is now available to us to create and facilitate more young people to access jobs. I want to tell the graduates here today and the graduates from other institutions, including our polytechnics and technical training colleges, that we are in the process of training. Every month we will be training 10,000 graduates, including those who are coming out of high school, to prepare them for jobs that are available online. And to facilitate that program, the government of Kenya is extending the fiber optic to at least 1,116 innovation hubs around the country. In other words, in the next 6 months, an innovation hub will be available in your ward in every part of Kenya, so that you can have internet and with just a basic training of between 7 and 10 days, we can make 1 million jobs online available to the young people in our country. We say so because apart from creating jobs through the special economic zones like the one we will be launching today, the agro-processing that we are focused, value addition that our road and rail network will make possible, we can also access many young people jobs online. And the government of Kenya is going to work with you, even as you graduate here. Please, Ajira program, which is a program online, from your phone, you can register on that program, and you can be trained, and you can begin to earn money by executing some tasks online. I know all of you are digital enough to understand what I am saying. The problem of bundles will be a problem of the past when these, when our innovation hubs around the country will be available to you. You don't have to struggle with bundles. And lastly, it is our intention that through these programs, industrialization and our Achira program, we want, and it's our intention to create 1 million entrepreneurs in the next 5 years. And I hope the ladies and gentlemen listening to me here will be part of that 1 million entrepreneurs that we intend to create in the next 5 years. And when I say entrepreneurs, I mean business people. I don't mean the charlatans and the shadowy characters and the tenderpreneurs that today we are told are fashioning manifestos of some political parties as expressions of interest and tender documents for what they intend to achieve when those political parties ever win. Those are not the ones I am talking about. I am talking about men and women that Professor Olive here talked about with integrity, people who will want to change the fortunes of our country through hard work and working together with the rest of the country in changing the fortunes of our country. With those many remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize that I wouldn't sit through this graduation. It would have been my pleasure. Many of you know that we have a national prayer today where all of us have been asked to attend because it's important. And the stage was set here by Zawadi, who spoke to us earlier about the need to have a peaceful country. Thank you very much. Good luck to all the graduates today. My very best wishes as you step out to join the rest of Kenya in building our great country. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite the Chancellor of Mount Kenya University, Professor Victoria Wilson, to address the congregation. Thank you.
Good morning. How are you? Hamjambo, nyote. Your Excellency, and all protocols observed, I am very pleased to be here as your Chancellor at the 12th graduation ceremony. I begin by greeting you from my family and the University of Cincinnati, one of the earliest partners of Mount Kenya University. Today, I want to discuss the importance of collaborations and partnerships that have strengthened Mount Kenya University and added value to the education each of you is receiving and has received. We believe that the passion for helping one another is part of what makes a university great. We don't do it alone. We stand on the shoulders of those who have gone before us. One of the recent innovations of Mount Kenya University is the Open School program. The Open School program is based on the individualization of instruction, approachability, relaxed and informal control, ease of communication, and mutual support between teacher and learner. The School of Education at Mount Kenya University has been using this approach at the Naivasha Maximum Security Prison for the last 2 years. Our corporate social responsibility has led us to educate some inmates who in turn act as teachers to fellow inmates. Not only does this provide education, it gives them a higher chance to receive presidential clemency to remove that inmate from prison. We need to use innovations like this to reach the millions of children and youth who are out of school. In Kenya alone, it is estimated that 1.1 million children of primary school age are not in school. Mainstream education may not be able to handle that load. MKU is one of the innovators in using the open school to reach children like that. Let me tell you about some other of our new collaborations. We are collaborating with Vincent Paul University in Poland, where MKU professors have visited and even MKU students have visited the Vincent Paul University. The University of West Scotland in the United Kingdom was one of our major partners in the implementation of the International Conference on Peace, Justice, and Social Enterprise that Mount Kenya University organized here in Nairobi. A third example is Mount Kenya University and UNESCO. UNESCO, as you know, supports education around the world, and we have partnerships with UNESCO in Paris, UNESCO here in Nairobi, and are working with them for interdisciplinary teaching and sustainable development, especially at Mount Kenya University's Nakuru campus. We are also partnering with the UNESCO office in Gigiri, and we are considering in our innovations a radio-based educational program for the Naivasha Maximum Prison Program. A fourth is our partnership with Makerere University Business School, where we are working together to offer joint Executive Masters of Business Administration programs. We are partnering with the National Commission for Integration and Cohesion, NCIC. This is a Government of Kenya agency charged with the responsibility of overseeing peaceful coexistence among all Kenyans. And perhaps our poet today, Miss Zawadi, will inspire us to make sure that not just after elections, but always we work together as one great nation. Mount Kenya University has partnered with the Africa Cyberspace Network. This is a cutting-edge program to address the increasing problem of cyber crime, the cyber fraud that can really damage our institutions. An important partnership for Mount Kenya University is with Clark University in Iowa. It's very exciting because professors from Clark University have come to play an important role in our international conference on peace, security, and social enterprise. And in fact, students from Clark University came to Mount Kenya University for cultural exchange. My final example is Mount Kenya University's partnership with the Wadhwani Foundation. The Wadhwani Foundation is a program in the US, it's in Silicon Valley, and its sole objective is to uplift the standards of third world countries by empowering students at higher institutions for free online entrepreneurial programs. These programs are valued at USD 300 million. They are offered free of charge, and Mount Kenya University is now able to offer these to our students. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I will quote the words of the principal of Makerere University Business School when his council recently invited our founder, Professor Simon Gisharu, to give the commencement speech. According to Professor Waswa, collaborations are generated and driven by personal relationships, not necessarily organizational status. That means each of you, as a unique individual, has the opportunity to build partnerships with others that can grow and make synergy to achieve our mutual missions. Finally, to the graduands, thank you for your hard work. Please don't stop now. You have achieved a mountain, but there are more mountains ahead. And share your education with your better half, with your mama and papa, with your watoto, with your community. May God bless you all. May God bless Mount Kenya University and bless Kenya, our great nation. Asanteni sana.
Madam Chancellor, it is my honor to recognize the presence in our midst, the acting CEO for the Commission for University Education, Professor Oyawa. We really appreciate you coming to honor and be with us. I also wish to recognize the presence of our Chairman of Council, Professor David Sarim, who is also seated in our midst. At this juncture, Madam Chancellor, allow me to invite the Dean School of Social Sciences and the Dean School of Clinical Medicine to present the Merit Awardee respectively.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you Sister Mildred Bonne, a Bachelor of Development Studies graduate from the School of Social Sciences, who attained the highest cumulative average score among all the female graduates in the 12th graduation ceremony for recognition.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you Mr. Harrison Chege Njoroge, a graduate from the School of Public Health, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition and Dietetics, who attained the highest cumulative average score among all the male graduates in the 12th graduation ceremony for recognition.
Madam Chancellor, as we approach the session of presenting our graduates, allow me to recognize a few partners here present. I will start by recognizing the members of the County Assembly, the MCA from Kiambu. Some of them are our graduates. I also like to recognize our partners from Makerere University, School of Business, who are in our midst, and we partner with them. And they've been very supportive to Mount Kenya University. We are collaborating in terms of academic exchange program. We also like to recognize the presence of Professor Kabachi, who is the principal, Turkana University College, which used to be a campus of Mount Kenya University. In our midst also we have Professor Kinyanchui, the FISI Chuka University, seated in our midst. We recognize your presence and we really appreciate you. Madam Chancellor, it may not be possible to recognize all the visitors in our midst, but allow me to indicate that we do appreciate you for coming to grace our occasion, and we look forward to our continued collaborations. At this juncture, Madam Chancellor, it is my privilege to call upon the Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Dr. Bibiana Wagancho, to present the graduates for the 12th graduation ceremony.
Madam Chancellor, allow me to invite deans of schools to present candidates who have satisfied Mount Kenya University Board of Examiner for conferment of degree, award of diplomas and certificate in the following orders. For PhD candidates, the Dean School of Education will present the candidate. For Masters, the Dean will present the candidate in the following order: Dean School of Nursing, Dean School of Public Health, Dean School of Pure and Applied Sciences, Dean School of Computing and Informatics, Dean School of Social Sciences, Dean School of Business and Economics, then Dean School of Education. For postgraduate diploma in project planning and management, the Dean School of Business will present. Then we have postgraduate diploma in education. And then for bachelor's diploma and certificate, the Dean will follow the following order: Dean School of Law, Dean School of Pharmacy, Dean School of Nursing, Dean School of Clinical Medicine, Dean School of Public Health, Dean School of Medical School, Dean School of Engineering, Energy and Built Environment, Dean School of Pure and Applied Sciences, Dean School of Computing and Informatics, Dean School of Social Sciences, Dean School of Hospitality, Travel and Tourism Management, Dean School of Business and Economics, and then Dean School of Education. It's now my honor to invite Dean School of Education to present the PhD candidates.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you Madam Wabeti Severina Jage, who has satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Doctor of Philosophy in Education from the School of Education. The candidate thesis is titled An Analysis of the Relationship Between Mentorship and Women Leadership Advancement in Universities in Kenya. Her supervisors were Dr. Paul Edabu and Dr. Cecilia Kimani. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidate to stand and be escorted to the dais by her supervisors for crowning and conferment of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Education of Mount Kenya University.
Of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6B. And you, having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the Doctor of Philosophy in Education in the School of Education, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to the degree.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you Mr. John Muthegi Kogo, who has satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Doctor of Philosophy in Education from the School of Education. The candidate thesis is titled An Empirical Study of the Relationship Between University Management Capacity and the Provision of Holistic Education in Nairobi, Kenya. His supervisors were Dr. Ruth W. Thigori and Dr. Mary Mogwe. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidate to stand and be escorted to the dais by his supervisors for crowning and conferment of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Education of Mount Kenya University.
Of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6B, and you, having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the Doctor of Philosophy in Education of the School of Education, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to this degree. Congratulations.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you Madam Betty Wajiro Karaja, who has satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Doctor of Philosophy in Education from the School of Education. The candidate's thesis is titled An Evaluation of the Effectiveness of Conferences as a Medium for Enhancing Professional Development of Head Teachers in Public Secondary Schools in Central Region, Kenya. Her supervisors were Dr. Ruth W. Thigori and Dr. Mary Mogwe. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidate to stand and be escorted to the dais by her supervisors for crowning and conferment of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Education of Mount Kenya University.
Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the Doctor of Philosophy in Education in the School of Education, and by my authority and that of our entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to the degree.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you Mr. Waweru Peter Dirago, who has satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Doctor of Philosophy in Education from the School of Education. The candidate's thesis is titled An Investigation of the Relationship Between Management of Academic and Non-Academic Dynamics for Holistic Education of Students in Secondary Schools in Kiambu and Samburu counties, Kenya. His supervisors were Dr. Ruth W. Thigori and Dr. Mary Mogwe. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidate to stand and to be escorted to the dais by his supervisors for crowning and conferment of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Education of Mount Kenya University.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the Doctor of Philosophy and Education in the School of Education, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to the degree.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you Madam Hannah Wajiko Kangara, who has satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Doctor of Philosophy in Education from the School of Education. The candidate's thesis is titled Relationship Between Teachers' Instructional Practices and Running of Preschool Children in Kiambu Sub-County, Kenya. Her supervisors were Dr. Peter K. Koech and Dr. Collins Ogogo. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidate to stand and be escorted to the dais by her supervisors for crowning and conferment of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Education of Mount Kenya University.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the Doctor of Philosophy and Education in the School of Education, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to the degree.
the honor of presenting you a total of 3 candidates listed on page 16 of the graduation booklet, starting from Salome Wanini Kimani and ending with Rose Muthoni Maina, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the degree of Master of Science in Nursing, Medical Surgical Nursing, and Master of Science in Midwifery from the School of Nursing. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Montaigne University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 26 candidates listed on page 16 of the graduation booklet, starting from Umuliza Alice and ending with Jane Habarimana, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the degree of Master of Public Health from the School of Public Health. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you one candidate, Ngetech Keprono Alfred, listed on page 16 of the graduation booklet, who has satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the degree of Master of Science in Applied Entomology, Agricultural Entomology option from the School of Pure and Applied Sciences. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidate to stand and wait for the conferment of the degree of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 7 candidates listed on page 16 of the graduation booklet, starting from Bahati Christian and ending with Mutesi Jane, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Master of Science in Information Science and Master of Science in Information Technology from the School of Computing and Informatics. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 31 candidates listed on page 17 of the graduation booklet, starting from Innocent Hagenimana and ending with Wilson Rukahu, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Master of Arts in Journalism and Media Studies, Corporate Communications, Master of Arts in Monitoring and Evaluation, Master of Arts in Counseling Psychology, Master of Arts in Development Studies, Master of Arts in International Relations and Diplomacy, Master of Arts in Religious Studies, Master of Arts in Geography, and Master of Arts in Governance and Ethics, respectively, from the School of Social Sciences. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 128 candidates, listed on pages 17 to 19 of the graduation booklet, starting from Abdurai Samdo Omal and ending with Fausan Mohammed, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of degree of Master of Business Administration, Master of Arts in Public Administration and Management, Master of Science in Procurement and Supplies Management, and Master of Science in Human Resource Management, respectively, from the School of Business and Economics. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Montaigne University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 57 candidates listed on page 19 and 20 of the graduation booklet, starting from Akinyi Okoyo Beatrice and ending with Kipketel Amos Chagunye, who has certified the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Master of Education from the School of Education. With your permission, Madam, I call upon all the master's candidates from all the schools to stand and wait for the conferment of the degree of Montaigne University.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the master's degrees in the respective schools, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to the degrees. Congratulations.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you one candidate, listed on page 22 of the graduation booklet by the name Diana Bettingay, who has satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the award of postgraduate diploma in project planning and management from the School of Business and Economics. With your permission, Madam, allow me to call the candidate to stand and remain standing until she is awarded the postgraduate diploma in project planning and management of Mount Kenya University, and on award, bow and sit.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 72 candidates listed on page 22 of the graduation booklet, starting from Koba Sarome and ending with Prasid Naihoranye, who has certified the University Board of Examiners for the award of a postgraduate diploma in education from the School of Education. With your permission, Madam, allow me to call upon all the postgraduate diploma candidates from the School of Business and Economics and from the School of Education to study and remain studying until they are awarded postgraduate diploma of Mount Kenya University, and on award, bow and sit down.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the respective postgraduate diplomas of Mount Kenya University. And by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to the diplomas. Congratulations.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 78 candidates listed on page 24 of the graduation booklet, starting from Martin Obarimo Nyakundi and ending with Wanyonyi Nelly Kalenda, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Laws from the School of Law. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degree of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 34 candidates listed on page 24 and 25 of the graduation booklet, starting from Hamisi Abzura Abeid and ending with Yvette Umanaharo Kalimba, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Pharmacy from the School of Pharmacy. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degree of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 92 candidates listed on pages 25 to 26 of the graduation booklet, starting from Abayusenga Alice and ending with Winnie Chirono Martin, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Bachelor of Science in Nursing from the School of Nursing. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to start and wait for the conferment of the degree of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 39 candidates listed on page 39 of the graduation booklet, starting from Abraham Madhukomo and ending with Velma Rungaso Mambo, who have certified the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Science in Clinical Medicine and Community Health and Bachelor of Science in Health Records and Information Management, respectively, from the School of Clinical Medicine. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidate to start and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 142 candidates listed on pages 26 to 28 of the graduation booklet, starting from Valentine Kipchumba and ending with Obed Sianyo, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Science in Environmental Health, Bachelor of Science in Public Health, Bachelor of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics, respectively, from the School of Public Health. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 66 candidates listed on pages 28 and 29 of the graduation booklet, starting from Abimanikunda Aloisi and ending with William Piori Kariuki, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Science in Medical Laboratory Sciences from the medical school. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 5 candidates listed on page 29 of the graduation booklet, starting from Ngumi Joseph Muigai and ending with Lydia Murigo Njoroge, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Science in Energy and Environmental Technology from the School of Engineering, Energy and the Built Environment. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you 5 candidates listed on page 32 of the graduation booklet, starting from Kenneth Dorogay and ending with Odogo Kelvin Ochieng, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Science in Actuarial Sciences and Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology, respectively, from the School of Pure and Applied Sciences. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidate to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 167 candidates listed on page 29 to 32 of the graduation booklet, starting from Amolo Isaac and ending with Joyce Washuri, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Business Information Technology, Bachelor of Science in Information Science, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Bachelor of Business Information and Communication Technology, and Bachelor of Information and Communication Technology, respectively, from the School of Computing and Informatics. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 398 candidates listed on page 32 to 37 of the graduation booklet, starting from Arot Tede Ouma and ending with Yes Ruasamanzi, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Arts in Security Studies and Criminology, Bachelor of Arts in Justice and Security Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Public Administration and Governance, Bachelor of Arts in Peace Studies and Conflict Resolution, Bachelor of Counseling Psychology, Bachelor of Development Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Mass Media and Communication, and Bachelor of Social Work and Administration, respectively, from the School of Social Sciences. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 13 candidates listed on page 38 of the graduation booklet, starting from Nyambutu Kireka Miriam and ending with Murungi Lucy Wamugonda, who has satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of the Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management and Bachelor of Science in Travel and Tourism Management, respectively, from the School of Hospitality, Travel and Tourism Management. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degree of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 653 candidates, listed on page 38 to 47 of the graduation booklet, starting from Rendia Kanyiri and ending with Wangua Judith, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Bachelor of Business Management, Bachelor of Commerce, Bachelor of Economics and Finance, and Bachelor of Management and Office Administration, respectively, from the School of Business and Economics. With your permission, Madam, I call upon the candidates to stand and wait for the conferment of the degrees of Mount Kenya University.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 2,464 candidates listed on page 47 to 71 of the graduation booklet, starting from answering Sinea Tuse and ending with Stella Karemi Jude, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the conferment of Bachelor of Education Arts, Bachelor of Education Science, Bachelor of Education Special Needs Education, Bachelor of Education Early Childhood Studies, and Bachelor of Education Primary Option from the School of Education. With your permission, Madam, I call upon all the bachelor's graduates to stand up for the conferment of the respective degrees of Mount Kenya University and then bow and sit.
In accordance with the provisions of the Mount Kenya University Charter 2011, Part 2, Section 6B, and you having fulfilled all the necessary academic requirements, I do hereby admit you to the respective degrees of Mount Kenya University from each of your respective schools. and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to read and to do all that appertain to the degrees. Congratulations.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you a total of 1,641 candidates listed on pages 73 to 93 of the graduation booklet, starting from Edgar Masaki and ending with Gloria Danu, who have satisfied the University Board of Examiners for the award of the following diplomas of Mount Kenya University: Diploma in Law, Diploma in Pharmaceutical Technology, Diploma in Medical and Surgery, Diploma in Health Records and Information Technology, Diploma in Community Health and HIV Management, Diploma in Health Records, Diploma in Clinical and Community Nutrition, Diploma in Nutrition and Dietetics, Diploma in Food Science and Processing Technology, Diploma in Dental Technology, Diploma in Community Oral Health, Diploma in Medical Laboratory Science, Diploma in Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Diploma in Medical Engineering, Diploma in Computer Engineering, Diploma in Animal Health and Production, Diploma in Science Laboratory Sciences, Diploma in Information Technology, Diploma in Business Information Technology, Diploma in Archives and Record Management, Diploma in Journalism and Mass Communication, Diploma in Security Studies and Criminology, Diploma in Public Relations and Diplomacy, Diploma in Community Development and Social Work, Diploma in Travel and Tourism Management, Diploma in Hospitality Management, Diploma in Marketing Management, Diploma in Project Management, Diploma in Banking and Finance, Diploma in Human Resource Management, Diploma in Business Management, Diploma in Management, Diploma in Procurement, Diploma in Supplies and Procurement Management, Diploma in Business and Office Management, Diploma in Education Arts, Diploma in Education Sciences, Diploma in Education Special Needs Education, and Diploma in Education Early Childhood Studies. With your permission, Madam, I call upon all
Madam Chancellor, I now request Mount Kenya University President to play the national anthem. Madam Chancellor, I now request the Chancellor's academic procession to leave in the reverse order, starting with the Mess Bearer, the Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor, Chairman Board of Directors, the Chief Guest, members of the Board of Directors, Chairman of the University Council, members of the University Council, Vice Chancellors of the universities, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Registrar Academic Affairs, Deans of Schools, University Librarian, Directors, School Registrars, Heads of Department, members of the academic staff, and the student representative.
I would request the graduates don't still step on the carpet. I know quite a number of you want to take some photos. Please don't come to the dais. Don't come to the dais, but you can take the photos as I had instructed you a bit earlier. DJ, I have a lost child, Mwangi wa Michael. The father is Geshimo. Lost child, please kuja karibu na tent pale DJ yuko. Hapo mtoto ako anaitwa Mwangi wa Michael. I also have a lost child by name Angela. The mom's name is Monica. The mom's name is Monica. Also God.
Yaenda ikawa unaona tumetulia, ni kwa sababu hii ni ibada. Kwa hivyo tunawauliza wote, tutafuata mipangilio ambayo kanisa imeweka. And so I want to ask our praise and worship team,
Yes.
watupeleke mbele zake Bwana, tutainua jina lake Bwana, tutamsifu kwa sababu anastahili sifa zetu. God bless you as we welcome our praise and worship team.
All the other gods, they are